Good afternoon from the Peak District. How we all doing? So, there is some van jobs that I need to do. I'm going to crack on with some van jobs and show you some of the things that I've been working on. One of the things that I need to do at the moment is my light bar is connected via a switch. Don't know if you can see that, but it's down here, and that turns on my light bar. It's been there pretty much since I've had this van and I had a light bar. So I'm going to wire that into my Auxbeam switch panel, which is going to be on another video, as we've already mentioned in previous videos. So I'll have a proper install and update on all of that. But I'm going to wire this one in, so when I'm driving, I can flick on my light bar, so I can see where I'm going when I'm off-road. But also, I want to set it up where one of the buttons will pulse. And what that will do is I'll be able to put my finger on it and let go. So however long I want it to. So basically, you know, if you are on the motorway and you pull in front of a lorry, they normally flash you to say it's safe to pull in or whatever. It'll be like that. So I can just like your main beam. So I don't want to link it up to my main beam. I know some people do that. I would much prefer to have independent control on it. So that's what I'm going to do. Don't know if I'm going to do that today, but I am certainly going to unplug everything. The wire actually oddly comes in through the top of the shower. It's probably not the best place, but yeah, so the wire comes in above the shower. I've still not finished the top of the shower, but comes in through there. So I don't know where I'm going to feed it. I'm probably going to have to feed it along here and then somehow fit it along there, and then it'll drop down behind the back of this panel, because that panel is a bit loose still. So I'll probably feed it down the back of there, and then it'll go through into the switch panel. Yeah, so down there and then into behind this false wall and into the switch panel in here. So that's one thing that we need to do, is work out which slot is going to go in. Now I'm probably going to move these along because I want my light bar in here. I want to pulse it on that one. I want to switch it on that one. And then I guess these two are going to move along to the other channel. So to put that into plain English, to easier understand, so that will become flash, that will become, so light bar flash, light bar on, and then that will become my bonnet, so that one will have to move to there. So that'll be my bonnet lights, and then that's bonnet light mode, so you know, sort of white, amber, flashing white, flashing amber. It just pulses through the sections. But the main one, I want to be able to flash. I mean, that's not on it, so there is actually a setting on here. I don't want to give too much away because I can't remember how to do it, to be honest. I think it's that. Yeah, that's it. So that will become pulse when it's on like that. So if I do that now, oh no, that's flash. Okay, wrong one. Double, turn it to blue. That will become pulse. So if I go and put the camera in front of the van now, you'll see exactly what I mean. So I'll go in the van now and give it a pulse. Yeah, so that's kind of how that goes. But yeah, so I want that as the light bar. So when I do that, the light bar will flash, and then the next button next to it, when I press it, will actually put the light bar on permanently. So permanently on, permanently off, and flashy. So that'll be the idea. So lights across the top, and then, so one of the things that I'm going to do today is obviously sort out that light bar, and I have a bit of a tidy up. I've ended up with cables that are all over the place here. So there's all sorts going on here. This is all still in sort of like, what's the best terminology to use? Development stage. So some people watching this might understand what's going on here. I mean, the Victron stuff's quite simple to understand the electrics, or maybe not for some people, but you know, if you install electrics, you'll understand it. And I've obviously got these Raspberry Pis knocking about doing different things. This one here looks like it's just plugged in. This is set to Wi-Fi. This is got Home Assistant on it now. So I'm in the stage of programming this to deal with so that Raspberry Pi here, that is going to be, so if you don't know what Raspberry Pi is, basically it's a small computer. It's just a name for it. So you can program them with all sorts of stuff and put like different operating systems on them. What that one is doing is running an application called Home Assistant, not to be confused with Homer Simpson, which I keep getting confused with. And what Home Assistant does is it gets all of your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth devices and puts them all in one place, in one application. But you need to program it, and it's not as easy as it sounds. Certainly for somebody like me who's not that techie. It's quite difficult to do. So far I've managed to program it with my Victron battery, but not my Victron solar. So I can see my state of charge of my battery is currently on about 86%, I think. I can see how my battery state is progressing through the day because it's being charged, but I can't see how much power I'm pulling in from my solar. So I just need to finish off programming it, and hopefully I can get it to work. As you know, I've got relays in the van. If you've been watching the channel, excuse the mess, that turn on my lights. It will also talk to that, so I can have a little separate. They basically have little cards. You can make these little cards. There's loads of different types of cards. They can have graphs, you can have vertical cards, you can have buttons, you can have switches that go up and down. You can basically do what you want with it. And they will sit on there as buttons that I can just basically open up one application. I can see all of my data in the van, and I can switch things on and off. Now, you may have noticed in the background I bought some, or these cameras are knocking around. So I bought these Blink cameras because they were on offer. I didn't do enough research. These, despite Home Assistant working with everything, these will not work with Home Assistant. I don't know why. I don't know what is going on, but for some reason they will not connect to it. There may be a way, but sort of plugging it in and making it work doesn't. But I don't mind, because my cameras that are in the van that you'll have seen before, these cameras, let's turn them on. Yeah, so these cameras at the moment, they are not viewable. They're just in the van, Wi-Fi in the van, but they're not viewable from a distance. However, what I thought was I could get one of these cameras, put it up there, that will then look at that, and I can log into the Blink application and I can actually view what's going on. So I'll be able to see that screen just like you can right now, remotely by using the Blink app. So, okay, it doesn't work with Home Assistant. If I can have everything on Home Assistant and view those remotely by looking at one separate application, then everybody's a winner. Yeah, so we've got that van down there, and then down the bottom there, there's like a, whoa, there's a delivery van down there that's been converted. So if that's your van, epic. I saw you sticking your head out this morning. But yeah, awesome. So yeah, the weather's coming in. Wow, I can't control this gimbal, but the weather is coming in now. Look at that. Ooh, not good, not good, not good. So we need to get that cable somehow fed through. I think I might have to do some cutting. And that switch is buried all the way underneath this bloody carpet. So many wires. So this is my GPS. This needs sorting out. Let's unplug it because it doesn't need to be getting in the way of them. Right, so what we need to do is get all of this out, pull it, should all just come free. Wow, this is hard work. If you're used to these connector blocks and you use them, get rid of them and get yourself some of these. All you do is you open up these like that and you feed the cable and close it. So red cable in, close, black cable needs a bit of a twist, like so. Again, feed it in, push it all the way in. That's it. Double check that they're both bitten in place and they're done. So the next thing we need to do is get this connected up. This has to go onto the buzz bar. Don't know how much space I've got left on there, so we might have to double up a little bit, but that's fine. It's not a problem. I have got a very powerful buzz bar, so it shouldn't be a problem with my relay, with my light bar. Shouldn't get too hot. And to be fair, I don't drive with my light bar on, so it's only very rare that it does go on. I'm just trying to work out where I'm going to put you, because you need to see this, and there's not a lot. There is not a lot of room. I need you here. Okay, let's think about this. Can we get you in here? We can get you in here. Sorry about the angle, guys, but there isn't a lot of space to work with here. So we're gonna have to get it connected up to this buzz bar here. So I need a few more tools, and I'll probably just put them all away, to be honest. That huge loom that I took to pieces is now tiny. It's all excess, so I've took quite a lot of stuff off. For example, the cable that kind of just is the switch, if you like. I've taken about a metre off, a metre and a half of that, and a metre off the actual other cable. You would have to be in the way, wouldn't you? 13mm. Correct. Now, one of the problems I've got with this, the connectors that are on the end are not going to fit through these holes. We're literally seconds away from finishing, but everything always takes longer than you think. So what we need to do is we need to get these two cables, which have got these rings on, through. I wonder if we can fold the rings up a little bit. What time are we on? 8 o'clock. That's crazy. I'm doing this for 2 hours. Okay, we're through. Let's get this back up. I don't believe we need to get back into the back of this now. Put that on there. Get that tidy back up. If you see me do anything wrong, please stop me at any point. In all honesty, if I've done it wrong, then I'm going to do it on the weekend, because I ain't got the patience anymore. I have, but I'm tired. Just want to chill out. Right, let's get everything turned back on. Nothing goes bang. So with a bit of luck, I don't actually hear my relay coming on. That should actually turn it on. But I don't hear the relay, so I don't know if the light bar's actually on or not. Negative. No light bar. So whatever I did has not worked. I slightly connected it up wrong. There is only one cable. It's a switch live cable, so it is only one cable that needs to go. So it is the blue cable, which is the live cable. The live cable, when the switch is engaged, i.e. turned on, that sends a signal to the rest of the system. So obviously it's connected there, and it just turns it on. So when I actually press that now, if you hear down there, the relay's coming on. So that's on, that's off. Let's get you back on the gimbal and we're going to have a look. So I'm going to set the camera up now at the front of the van, like it was before. We'll see if we can get some light action going. So if I take another live feed, I can actually make the top bar flash as well. But that's for another day. So there you go, guys, all set up now. I'm really happy with that. That's something I've wanted to do. I've wanted to be able to just drive and press a button on, get my light bar to come on for a long time, rather than feel around and mess around with the switches. So that's all good. We've got the bonnet lights all in, so everything's running off the switch panel. So I am going to show you an installation video of the switch panel at some point. But There we go. I'm going to finish this beer now, which I was going to say is probably warmed up, but it hasn't. It's still pretty cold. It's still very cold. Probably quite cold in here now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your support and patience with the videos. Obviously, you know, this is really supposed to be a travel channel with me and my daughter, with the odd van build video in, because it's part of our life, right? It's what we're doing. That's what allows us to do these travels. So again, thanks for being here. If you're not subscribed, please, wherever the subscribe thing is on whatever device you're using, give us a thumbs up. That says that you like the channel, like the video. If you subscribe, it's going to help the channel grow. The bigger the channel grows, the more motivated I'm going to be to put out more videos when I have the time to do so. But yeah, seriously guys, thanks for sticking with us. Pretty rough time at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll keep going. We'll keep pushing through and fighting forwards. And one day, maybe we won't have to work for somebody else. It's the dream, right? See you in the next video. Right, I know I just said goodbye, but that was like 5 days ago. But we're now in the Lake District, and it's a Peak District now. I'm now in the Lake District, not the Peak District where I was a few minutes ago on this video. Obviously, we've been out and about and testing the panel, so I've got my useful assistant in the front.
Hello.
And she's going to demonstrate the light bar. Now, we are on a bit of a busy road, and it's really windy outside, so I might just put some music over the top if it is too loud and windy, but if not, then you just have to put up with the wind. Right, let's go have a look. Right, so Mika's going to demonstrate the light bar first. So that's the light bar, so it pulses as she presses it like that, which is cool. That's good. And then we've got the bonnet lights, so she's going to do the bonnet lights. They're flashing now, and then there's different modes. It's like being at a disco. So we've got it all sorted now, so we're happy with that. So it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from...
Hi.
Okay, it's hello from her. So goodbye from me. And also goodbye from Susie. Say goodbye, Susie. Actually, it might be a boy. Although it could be a boy called Susie. Right, well, thanks for watching. Oh, hello. Thanks for watching. We are in the Lake District, so we've got a couple of videos coming, but unfortunately it's thrown it down all weekend, so we haven't really managed to get out and about, although today does look a little bit better. So yeah, we'll see
Bye,
you in,
Susie.
we'll see you in the next video.